Happy Halloween, everyone! In episode 700, we're going to talk about the scary secret of trading. And it is scary! Strap in, my friends. But first, let's run the numbers! Wow, thanks, Count Dracula. You're welcome, Ken. Okay, Bitcoin is currently down 0.8% to 2676. Ethereum is down 2.12% to 1590. If you're new, a very warm welcome, and welcome back, KS family. Before we get into that scary secret, let's just do a quick update. Global crypto market cap is currently $974.888 billion. We can see we didn't get above our $987.98 billion, and we're still below that important $1.007 trillion global market cap level. What do these actually mean? When we get above $987.98 billion, and especially when we get over that 1 trillion, the probability is that we go much higher. If we keep on getting rejected from the 987 and the $1 trillion mark, the probability is that we go lower, down to 924 or even down to 867. That's why you need to do your BORSOG code each and every day. This is all part of your daily risk management, thinking in 3 dimensions, either down, neutral, or up, and ascribing a percentage. You put the dominant percentage into the first part of the code. The next part of the code is your portfolio. Will it go down, will it go neutral, or will it go up, given what you think will happen with the market? And how synchronized in are you with the market? Do you have the Midas touch? Are you in the zone, or do you feel the opposite? If you'd like to do a deep dive on this code, and it's really important to do that, please have a look at episode 685. We can see on the daily level, we're still stuck between 2 important support and resistance lines on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently 20,694. We're below the smart money sell level at 20,777, and we're above the smart money buy level at 20,588. If and when we get above the 20,777 mark, we would expect more positive upside momentum. But if we drop underneath this 20,588 mark, we would expect more negative price momentum. 2 things to keep in mind. The Fed meeting, the FOMC meeting, when they'll change the federal funds rate, is coming up on the 2nd of November, and the US midterm elections are Tuesday, the 8th of November. Yesterday, the options expirations on Friday, the 4th of November, were 600.56 million at a max pain of 20,000. And today, the options have gone up slightly, 606.85 million at 20,000. Turning to the weekly chart, we can see that we've overcome resistance and turned that to support. We've also had a support level that has held. It's wobbled around a bit, but it has actually held. We're still above the Armageddon line, which is 18,942. If we drop below the Armageddon line, we really have to be careful, because we could witness a significant sell-off. But if we stay above support like we're doing now, we could see a really good recovery. This is why you must do your BORSOG code each and every day, because the market could go down, could go neutral, or could go up. And smart money, and this is a scary secret, smart money loves to put retail on the wrong side of the trade and the wrong side of the percentage. Looking at the longs and the shorts can give us a bit of an understanding as to what may happen. One thing that we note, when the shorts get liquidated and really liquidated, we can see a short squeeze, and that is witnessed by price coming up. Long squeezes do exactly the opposite. Short squeeze, long squeeze, short squeeze, long squeeze. You get the idea. Another scary secret, if you use leverage, you will get liquidated and probably blow up your account at some stage. Turning to total liquidations, in the past 24 hours, we've seen 93.43 million across 60,872 positions. This is really quite a lot of volume. because we generally only see around $20 to $30 million here on a Sunday. So it's pretty high, 3 times. So let's have a look at total liquidations across the past 24 hours, about 62% long. So the price is coming down. Past 12 hours, about 70% long, price is coming down. The past 4 hours, about 60% long, price is coming down. Past hour, 58% short, the price is starting to reverse. Let's go a little bit further and look at this. So many short liquidations across the past week. No wonder price went up, because it was pushed up by those short squeezes. Another scary secret is Rule 114 from the Masterclass. Markets penalize certainty. Why do we have so many short liquidations? Because everybody was absolutely positive the markets would go down, and there was a great weight of information that would support that hypothesis. However, because we think in 3 dimensions, we do our BORSOG code each and every day, we're prepared for the other 2 eventualities. For example, if it doesn't go down, we're going to capitalize on it going up. Another scary secret is all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell, and most investors don't really care too much where they buy or sell. Sometimes they think it's greedy to buy too low or to sell too high, and I've heard a lot of investors say these things, and it's always perplexing to me, because the concept is every single investor should be seeking to maximize their opportunities inside the market, and you do so by knowing how to trade. The trading mindset is very, very different from the investing mindset, and the combination of both is just outstanding. A scary secret of the market is that people will entice you into the market where you go all in and more. Please do not go all in and more at any stage, because you need to synchronize in with the market and then you scale up. If you find that things are working against you, price is going in an opposite direction, just descale until you can synchronize and then scale again. This is why I invented BORSOG trading, buy on red, sell on green. Now, something to understand, buy on red, if you're in the stock market, buying on red, of course, puts you on the right side of the percentage, but the stock market can take months, weeks, months, or even years to turn around sometimes. Crypto is incredibly different. It can turn around within a matter of hours or days. Being in financial markets for more than 3 decades, main markets are so incredibly non-volatile compared to crypto. Crypto is a paradise of volatility, but you must have the right mindset to withstand it. Another scary secret is there are so many crypto projects in the crypto universe, and the vast majority of them are trash. That's right. If you put your money into them, you'll probably lose your money, and perhaps all of it. What does that mean? What should you do? What you should do is basically guard your money, guard your capital with your life. Just go for the top projects. The top projects are the top projects for a very specific reason. They've got use cases. They're actually used for something in the real world. They're not fluff. They've got meat and substance. But sometimes you'll find good projects go bad. And why do they tend to go bad? The people at the top of those projects tend to lack integrity and decency. If you find a founder that lacks integrity and decency, they don't care about other people. They won't care about you either. And they'll do all sorts of things that will be against your best interest. Be very, very careful of the integrity of the founders and the people that run projects. For example, for me, if there is a founder who lacks integrity, I would not put 1 cent into their project ever, full stop. Or if I did so, it would be purely as a gamble. What does that actually mean? If you go in as a gamble, you're basically saying, I am prepared to lose 100% of what I put in. Another scary secret is Bitcoin's gravity will drag your alts up, or it will drag your alts down. And this is the way that it works inside the crypto market. A scary thing is a lot of people don't look at Bitcoin. They look at their beloved alts and they say, oh, I'm going to do the technical analysis. and the analysis of this particular alt, and they ignore what's happening to Bitcoin, you can see that that's not a particularly good idea. For example, Doge really pumped on Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, and we saw that Doge literally came up 150%, but as Bitcoin came down, Doge came down substantially. And people buying up here at 150% plus and now seeing their money shrink, they would not be too happy. But understanding Bitcoin and how it moves would make all the difference. Because if we just zoom in here, you can see Bitcoin's gravity is absolute. It's absolutely essential that you look at Bitcoin. If you don't, you will be losing money. And that's scary. Another thing that we do to take the scariness out of the crypto market is we look at Bitcoin's gravity and we see what's being over and under accentuated. The gravitational bias or directional correlation of that blue line, which is Bitcoin, will play out on all of these alts to greater and lesser degrees. When we see something detracting from Bitcoin's gravity, it could be in for a pump. So this is something to be aware of, but it also goes the other way. When a particular alt is underperforming Bitcoin, it could get into a slingshot type scenario and push itself up. So just keep your eye on Bitcoin's gravity. And looking at Ethereum is just a little bit weaker than Bitcoin's gravity, but Ethereum has done very, very well just recently. BNB is just going for it. ADA is showing weakness, as is XRP. But you can see by the relative percentage, XRP has not moved very much. Solana aligning with Bitcoin's gravity, but weaker. Doge, very strong at the moment. Well done, all the Doges. And what about DOT? Just moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. And you can see they're coming down. Matic, which is quite sensitive to gravity, is selling off as Bitcoin is selling off. But keep your eyes on the percentages. That's why I've updated these charts to help you out. Another incredibly scary secret of the financial markets. You are not entitled to success. Just because you have the money and you turn up and you place a trade, you are not entitled to a reward. But unfortunately, there are a lot of scammers out there. And they basically say you can make 100% return with 0% loss. You can make 100x or 1000x and you deserve 1000% returns. Guess what? You don't deserve those things. You have to work for those things. There's a big, big difference between entitlement and putting in the hard work. And that is what Zone 1 is all about, the entitlement zone, which is aptly named the panic zone, because when people don't get what they're entitled to, they absolutely and utterly panic. If you're in Zone 1, don't feel too bad about it, because Zone 1, Zone 2, everybody goes through those things to get into Zone 3 and Zone 4. It is possible to have Zone 4 traits before you enter Zone 1, but as you put real money on the line, people will panic. It's just the nature of putting your life force, your life energy on the line. So armed with the concept that everybody goes through Zone 1 and Zone 2 to get successful, if you're there, don't worry too much about it. Please be kind to yourself. The scary thing is, this is all part of the process, and even slipping back into Zone 1 and Zone 2, if you're in Zone 3 or Zone 4, can happen, and that is really scary. You can't overcome fear. Just as a blanket rule, you need to apply courage each and every day, and that's scary. The panic and entitlement zone has a deep and dark secret, a problem. When people don't get what they want and they think they deserve it and they've not put in the effort or energy or learning or time to get it, they just want the participation award. What happens is they get really, really angry and they seek out a target to blame. And they would never think of blaming themselves. After all, they're entitled. The really scary thing that happens from this, and don't forget, this is all normal behavior, this Zone 1, Zone 2, every single profitable investor and trader has gone through these zones. What actually occurs is when people enter the blame zone, they are by nature toxic. They engage in overt or covert blame, passive or passive aggressive. They have hostility. They're very critical. They deliberately create conflict. They have backhanded compliments, put downs, and other conflict generating forms of communication. They are by nature hostile, but the problem is, the scary thing is, they don't know they're doing it. Why? Because they're entitled. Rule number one in getting out of this big problem: you're only entitled after you do the hard work. Simply turning up means nothing. Putting your money into the market means nothing. You are not entitled to anything except when you actually learn about the market and learn to control your emotions. Another scary thing is, with Zone 2, that anxiety and depression reign in both Zone 1 and Zone 2. People are looking for perfect timing. They're absolutely and utterly impatient. They must get their huge returns just right away. After all, they're entitled to it. The scary thing is, they make one-way decisions. They don't even think of the other two. They also go all in or all out. They get addicted to indicators. Indicators represent past mathematical behaviors, not future ones. And why do Zone 1 and Zone 2 people rely so much on indicators? Because it gives them a sense of security. After all, the black box must do the job. Well, some black boxes do the job for a certain amount of time, and then they dephase or decouple. You must be very careful. You must have knowledge. And this is all incredibly scary. Underpinning Zone 1 and Zone 2 is a misunderstanding of wealth and what it means to be wealthy and what it takes to be wealthy. For example, a lot of people think that the rich just lays around by the side of the pool. Have a look at Elon Musk. The guy doesn't sleep. He's actually one of the hardest working people on the planet, and he's got certain rewards from doing that. One of the fastest ways out of Zone 1 and Zone 2 into Zone 3 and Zone 4. Zone 3 is where you make money. Zone 4 is where you keep money. There's a big difference between making money and keeping it. A lot of people can make a lot of money and not keep any of it. The key is to actually keep it, and that takes a lot of maturity and a lot of maturity to understand. Don't worry about showing off to other people. They don't matter. You should feel very confident in yourself. And when I say they don't matter, of course they matter. Everybody matters. But the concept is, what they think of you should not matter to you. You should be very firm in your own value and worth as a human being. And that itself is scary because we're taught to keep up with the Joneses. In the CryptoTradingKS community, we are the Joneses. We don't keep up with anyone. We're independent of others. But we're a beautiful global family as well, very supportive and kind. One of the secrets to get out of Zone 1 and Zone 2 is something I talk about literally every day, and that's positive excellence. Why do I talk about this? Because in Zone 1 and Zone 2, people live by negative excellence. What is negative excellence? It's literally the inverse of all of these things. For example, if someone does not have kindness, what do they have? They have hostility. If they aren't authentic, what are they? They're false. Just think about the inverses to all of these. If people don't have inner peace, what do they have? Inner conflict. If they don't have outer peace, what do they have? Outer conflict. And a very important secret to actually explain. Money comes last. If you focus on money, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Focus on getting your craft right, getting your knowledge really 5-star, Rolls-Royce quality. The money will come. Positive excellence is the way out of Zone 1 and Zone 2. Every time you can put a tick next to one of these words, you're actually making yourself money, but you're also creating happiness, meaning, and fulfillment. it's totally worth it. As we're in episode 700, I thought it would be good to share Rule 700 from the Masterclass. Wealth requires hard work. Every wealthy person knows that they've had to work their butt off to get there. And wealth is different from riches. Riches is one thing, wealth is something else. Wealth is actually beyond riches, and we talk about this inside the Masterclass. The hard work starts in marking up your chart with the CTKS method, and that's a method that I invented to give you X-ray vision on smart money buy and sell levels. Then the hard work of going into the market and checking world events, collecting probabilities, and creating associations between things. And those associations will fade in and out of strength, as we've seen recently in the past couple of episodes. There's also hard work involved in finding the market's focus, but understanding that opportunities reset every day is such a fantastic thing to do, because it's true. If you miss something, just done and dusted, leave it in the past. If you drag the past with you, you're dragging failure with you. We don't fail, we either win or learn, and we don't blame, we never blame. And then before you buy or sell, you must master positive excellence and attain real wealth. It's very, very important. If you don't do this, you'll buy and sell at the wrong times, and you will lead an in-conflict life because you'll be stuck in zone 1 and zone 2. You want to get out of there as quickly as possible. The scary thing is, for many traders who are just getting into the markets, they think they can turn a small amount of money into absolute millions. This is actually possible to do, but not without knowledge, and many people fresh into the markets simply don't have the knowledge at all. Another scary thing is people inside zone 1 and zone 2 want to force trades. What does that mean? They want to make a return no matter what, and they just look randomly, throwing their money here and there and all over the place, just hoping and praying something will work. That's not the way to go. A lot of new traders also leverage themselves up. They effectively borrow money because they think, oh, I can't start with a little bit, I'll never make it. The truth is, you can start with a little bit, and over time you can definitely make it. But if you take big risks, if you go into leverage, you can see every day here we show you the shorts and longs are always getting liquidated. If you leverage when you're learning, you will wipe yourself out, and that is scary. Instead, just push money out of your mind. Get your technique right. Get your view of the market correct, and just do everything you can to boost your knowledge. And stay away from YouTube channels promising you Lamborghinis and Porsches and all sorts of things. And stay away from influencers that need to drape themselves over an expensive car. This is not required, and professionals just don't do that. Professionals are very quiet about their wealth. Many thanks to everybody who commented yesterday. There were so many incredible comments. I wish I had time to read them all to you, but please have a look through the comments section. That's just incredible. Every video, our global family just makes insightful and helpful comments. And Vicente said, education is directly linked to success. Thank you, Vicente. And LGRC1 said, speaking about Zone 1 and Zone 2, I think there are a lot of people who are getting stuck there because unfortunately in these days, even if we live in beautiful times where you can find anything on the internet, the downside is that anybody can do a course or teach you something, but the quality of information is still from Zone 1 or Zone 2. Very, very insightful, my friend. And as LGRC1 says, it's hard to teach yourself because at some stage you just don't know what you don't know. Been there. The level of Ken's Masterclass, it's on another level. I have auto-educated myself for 3 years until I found this beautiful community. After doing the Masterclass, every piece of the puzzle that I acquired in this period was set in its place, and the missing parts were provided by Ken. Thank you, my friend. And it's so fantastic to see new names and old names returning to the community. I just love it. And a very big hi to Yo Soy. and of course Zen Anna, and also to Toby Webb. And Tony talks about the fact that the markets are just merciless sometimes, and Toby is learning to forgive myself and keep going. That's really, really important. That's one of the scary secrets. You'll get knocked down again and again and again in the markets, and you just dust yourself off and you say, ha, next. And you can see what an incredible global family we have. Badger said, mistakes are precious experiences that can be used as mentors for more improvement and discipline going forward. And Oscar said, these mistakes, they're just learning experiences. They just give you progress. And well done to each and every person who puts your version 3 BORSOG code in the comments. It's just fantastic. The markets, and here's another scary thing. You control the trade or investment, but the market controls the return. You can't force the market to do what you want, but with your BORSOG code, you actually seek to anticipate three-dimensional thinking, and you're prepared. And Bomb Biggie, so good to see you, my friend. And also, many thanks to J-Link. Trading as a skill is a very methodological process without any emotions involved. The most important thing is that I am in control, not of the market, but of my trading and myself. Well done, my friend. Really, really sensible words. And thank you, Corey, for your kind comment. And from Crypto Turtle, trading is serious. Make sure you give it your full attention. And maintaining your good energy and positive excellence mindset for trading is really important. Thank you, CT. And to Rajat, I'm glad your surgery went well, my friend. And to Dinesh, what an incredible thing to share. Thanks so much, my friend. If you have friends or family who could benefit from positive excellence and what we do here each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please introduce them to our community by sharing a video. We'd love to see them here. We have one of the best communities on YouTube. And you can see, as a community, we're very active learners. And there are so many incredible comments. Please take the time to have a look at them. They're just awesome. And I want to let everybody know just how much I appreciate each and every one of you. And please know, when I do a like and a heart, it just means that I think you're just awesome. Happy Halloween, everyone, and I hope these scary secrets of trading have helped to get you into the right mindset. Your mindset is the key to success. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.